China has prompted the US to avoid transferring any wrong signals after President Joe Biden for an alternate time in 3 months said the US would come to Taiwan's defense if it was attacked. In both cases, the White House has clarified that there has been no change in US policy, which officially maintains so-called strategic nebulosity regarding Taiwan. Still, Biden's words will rattle Beijing. China's foreign ministry has no room for concessions when it comes to its core interests, its prophet Wang Wenbin told a diurnal news briefing, in the rearmost kick amid enterprise about the future of Washington's strategic nebulosity over Taiwan. The democratically ruled islet has complained of mounting service and political pressure from Beijing to accept Chinese sovereignty. On Thursday at a CNN City Hall meeting, Biden was asked if the US would come to the defense of Taiwan. "Yes, we've a commitment to do that," he replied. Latterly, a White House prophet said Biden wasn't publicizing any change in US policy. The US defense relationship with Taiwan is guided by the Taiwan Relations Act. "We'll uphold our commitment under the Act, we will continue to support Taiwan's tone defense, and we will continue to oppose any unilateral changes to the status quo," the prophet said. The chairman made an analogous pledge in August during an ABC interview, averring the US would always defend crucial abettors, including Taiwan, despite the pullout of US colors from Afghanistan. Biden said also that the US had made a sacred commitment to defend NATO abettors similar as Canada and in Europe, and it was the same with Japan. Same with South Korea, same with Taiwan. The White House latterly told journalists that US policy on Taiwan hadn't changed. Biden isn't the first US chairman to say the US has a commitment to defend Taiwan. In April 2001, George W. Bush said Washington would do whatever it took to help Taiwan defend herself in the event of attack by China. "Yes, we do, and the Chinese must understand that." "Yes, I would," he told ABC's Good Morning America at the time. But the rearmost commentary from Biden came at a sensitive time in the Taiwan Strait. Taiwan's defense minister, Chiu Kuo-cheng, said this month that military pressures between Taiwan and China were at their worst in further than 40 times. China would be able of mounting a full-scale eruption by 2025, he added. China claims Taiwan as its own home that should be taken by force if necessary, while Taiwan says it's a de facto independent country and will defend its freedoms and republic. Strategic nebulosity. Washington is needed by law to give Taiwan with the means to defend itself, but it has long followed a policy of strategic nebulosity on whether it would intermediate militarily to cover Taiwan in the event of a Chinese attack. As pressures between US and China grew in recent times, some in Washington, for illustration the Democratic Assemblyman Ted Cruz, question whether the US should make its commitment to Taiwan clear. Biden's designee for Minister to China, still, has said the smartest and effective to discourage aggressive conduct by China would be to maintain the long-standing policy. "This is a policy that can succeed if we execute it constantly and with some strength," Nicholas Burns said this week. Biden also said on Thursday, "I don't want a Cold War with China. I just want China to understand that we're not going to step back, that we're not going to change any of our views." China says Taiwan is the most sensitive and important issue in its ties with the US and has denounced what it calls conspiracy between Washington and Taipei. Speaking to journalists on Thursday, China's United Nations Minister, Zhang Jun, said the country was pursuing peaceful reunification with Taiwan and responding to separatist attempts by its ruling Democratic Progressive Party. "We aren't the troublemaker," he said. On the negative, some countries, the US in particular, is taking dangerous conduct, leading the situation in Taiwan Strait into a dangerous direction. Dragging Taiwan into a war surely is in nothing's interest.